Hello everyone, welcome to XGR. I am your host, the King of Spades, Quiz, aka The Mole. Joining me is the stay-at-home dad gamer, Rick the Hammer, and Pew Pew Pew, Anastasia Laserbeam.
Woo!
The Geeky Girl. And as usual on XGR, we're going to discuss the news of the week. There's been some pretty good newses. We'll get into that later. What we've played this week and our discussion, in which we've done another challenge, which is 5 Disney games we want to see made. Stay tuned. First up with the news, our eye in the sky, Rick the Hammer.
All right. Tall or something?
Yes. I don't know. But first up, Valve showed 13 of the new Steam machines that will come out in, I believe, the next year. And they have prices ranging from basically $499 is the lowest that's been shown to about $2,500 or so, and one of them apparently can go up to $6,000. So yeah, that's definitely gonna take on the console market with those awesome prices.
I will also point out, Valve, while I don't really agree with Steam, as people know, I will also say Valve themselves, oh my god, have they gotten so arrogant recently.
Yeah.
Like, recently they took a jab at the fact, now, we all know Xbox One's selling, apparently it's selling 1 million less than PS3, or PS4. And it's extremely close between the Xbox One and PS4, cool. And Valve weighed in with, oh, Xbox has only managed to sell, I think it's like 3 million units or something. It's like, oh, you managed to sell 3 million units. Oh, there's 65 million Steam accounts in the world. Oh, you launched your system with how many games it was? Oh yes, Steam is currently launching their games at their systems, and it'll have at launch 250 Steam games available to buy. And I'm like, and part of me's like, yes, but they're old shit PC games.
Yeah.
That's like saying, PlayStation has you beat with one of the news that's coming up, or Nintendo has you beat because it launched with the Wii U. They had Virtual Console that spanned NES and shit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the frickin'. I'm gonna play the games that I already own that I can't play on Steam Box. For about buying new stuff, man. I'm gonna buy the stuff that I already like, or the stuff I already bought that I can't play. That's what I'm gonna play on that.
Yeah.
And
well, I like to equate spending like $500, $400 or $500 to signing up for a free service, like as if it was the same thing. Like, oh yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's the PC thing, isn't it? If, oh, a console costs you this much. Well, for a little bit more, you get a PC that'll last you longer, and you don't have to subscribe.
So there's 13 different ones. Do they all look different? That'd be cool if each one had a unique look.
Different. Yeah, you want them to look different? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, they're only in black. Oh, yeah.
Oh
it's like,
God.
no, I'm sure they look different, like Rick said.
Yeah. Most of them are black boxes, but they're definitely...
No, I was thinking, like, one would be like a black box, but then, like, the slightly better one would be like a... Like, I don't know, like, the first one's a black box, but then the other one's like a, I don't know, a triangle or something, and one of them's like a circle, and then you get, like, more and more sides or something, like, as they get, like, more specs. Like, and you have, like, a decagon.
The $6,000 one is an octagon.
Like, yeah, like, I was thinking it's like a decagon, or, like, you know, like, have so many, just a polygon or something of so many sides, because you have, like, so many good graphics or something, like.
One of them is actually a giant D20 that you can...
Snap.
Wait for it, Rick. Does the black box let me go Super Samurai?
You know, my sister actually got a D on 100 for Christmas, and that's almost like a pure circle, except with a bunch of, like, straight lines on it.
I've seen those. Those are awesome.
I love both of your sisters' Ds.
I see what you did there.
I was on about the dice. Get your mind out the gutter, sweetie.
Uh-huh.
But no, Richter's news, because this is just derailing fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, in the Chronicles of Games No One's Ever Heard About, they unveiled or announced a new Senran Kagura game in Japan for the Vita, and it's like a rhythm cooking game, basically. I don't know. The
Mama
trailer is very strange. Yeah, it's like Cooking Mama Farappa plus boobs, pretty much.
Shut up and take my money.
You got skills just like Mama.
I don't know why ninjas are cooking, but yeah.
No, if it's a Cooking Mama game with beats, wouldn't it be Mamma Mia, here I go again?
Bounce, bounce. Huh? Yeah. Yes, it would. And then last up, titled "We Don't Like Your Kind Around Here" or something like that.
Yay!
But from the creators of Left 4 Dead, they announced a new game called Evolve, where it's a part co-op, part competitive shooter where there's basically a team of 4 people taking on one player who is a giant monster, who apparently gets stronger throughout the match. So if you're on the team of 4, if you start as a hunter and end up as hunted or just trying to survive. So in the beginning you're picking on them, and then eventually you start running away in terror.
Yeah, and like I mentioned to the Crispy with that's one of those games you need to work as a team.
Yeah.
I really want to see a Call of Duty player get a hold of that game and run towards the monster and try and knife him like they do in Call of Duty. And I want the monster to just be like, and then just squash him.
No, it needs to
He
be like a
runs
bitch
up, like,
slap.
teabags the corpse, and it just auto-resurrects and just eats him.
It needs to kind of be bitch slapped into the wall or something, and then, pushed to a grate.
Dum 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 dum. Huh, puny camper.
Ha! Yes! That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing if it was like a trophy or something. Boom! Puny camper. No.
It'd be nice. But no, that game does look cool. Yeah. I loved how they also described the fact each one of the people that's on the team of 4 all have different unique abilities and powers and weapons and shit, so each class is different, so that if you do it right, each one of you plays a different class. Use your advantages to, obviously, your advantage and help your team. But this is nowadays, so yeah, people are gonna die.
Yeah, don't play with randoms. That's the. But yeah, that was all my news.
Okay, so now we're over to the other thing.
I'm the other thing.
Okay, fine. Over to Pew Pew.
All right. Well, first in news, yay! China lifts 14-year-old ban on gaming consoles. Woohoo!
Well, proving how racist they are.
Although they did say, what is the exact quote? Let me see. They were worried about the moral decay. This is Chinese officials had cited worries over violent content and potential for moral decay in explaining the ban. Wow. Because, we don't care about moral decay at all. Corrupt our morals. Goddamn, give you all the bitches, frickin' play all those games,
What they mean is the moral decay of their nation. Because apparently they're banning any game in China that features Chinese people in any sort of negative light.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, games like Metal Gear, they're letting through, because their words exactly was because Metal Gear is basically representation of everything that's wrong with the West.
Ha!
In terms of it criticizes the West, not that the game's so bad. I mean, it literally criticizes the West and the Western ideals of an action hero and stuff.
Yeah, but at least maybe they'll have, people have to use less illegitimate ways now to get games. That's always cool.
Yep.
Alright, so there's that. Then this one I'm going to title, Oh my god, Special Edition! That's the title for this one, only because I always trolled my friend with that. Whenever he got, a special edition of his DVD, because he'd own, 8 of the same ones. But they'd all technically be different. So anyway, you can get the special edition Luigi and Mario through Nintendo 3DS XL, and it's $50 off at Walmart's. Woohoo! Yeah. So won't that be fun? It's only $150 right now. So that's cool. If you wanted like a cheap 3DS, and it looks okay, it's just kind of plain and them in a kind of gold outline, but it's alright.
Or if you want a cheap one, get a 2DS.
Yeah. But if you want something in between, there you go. Alright, next one is Telltale says they want to do a James Bond game. Wouldn't that be cool, I think it'd be awesome. I love the way they do their stuff and all the choices and everything, and I love their art styles, and I think it'd be awesome. They said they're hoping that someone at MGM or Activision can help them. Let's hope it goes. That'd be so cool to have. What do you guys think?
I love how in-depth your news is. But yeah, I think that could be cool. It would be a different style of James Bond game, because James Bond can rely on gadgets and stuff to solve puzzles and stuff like that, and then they'd have to do the action via cutscenes instead of it just being your usual action James Bond game, which most of them have sucked since GoldenEye. GoldenEye was awesome.
Yeah, GoldenEye.
Except for Oddjob. I mean, Marcus Shadowside, they were recording.
Alright, so that is all my news.
Yay! So now over to me. Thanks, me.
You're welcome, me. No.
Oh, but now, on a serious note, Greg Martin has officially passed away.
Oh.
And a friend of Martin who broke the news to the Nintendo Age forum said, "It's with a heavy heart that I announce today the passing of my friend Greg Martin. Greg was the exceptionally talented illustrator and created the packaging artwork for the Flintstones 2, Jetsons, Bonk's Adventure, several Adventure Island games, and all of the early Sonic the Hedgehog games, and dozen more classic covers, and many promotional ads, etc. Pieces as well. He was also an incredible artist, and he was an even better person."
No, that's so sweet.
It's also worth pointing out Martin's career started at Hanna-Barbera.
I'd imagine so.
Yep.
Yeah, he did some really good covers and stuff.
He did. And now on to my next bit of news. It's called Play Games Now! Why is it called that? Today, at CES, Sony revealed PlayStation Now! An all-new game streaming service that will allow classic PlayStation games to be played across current-gen PlayStation hardware, as well as directly on other non-gaming platforms. PlayStation now harnesses the power of Genkai, the company Sony purchased for only a measly $380 million back in the summer. It doesn't actually say measly, I'm ad-libbing a bit.
Yeah.
Of 2013. The idea behind PlayStation Now is simple. You will ultimately no longer need to keep your PlayStation 3 around to experience games from that console. PlayStation Now will allow streaming of classics on that system to not only the PlayStation 4, not only something called a Vita, if anyone's heard of that, but also to televisions, tablets, smartphones. And it says the 2014 model Sony Bravia televisions will support PlayStation Now.
Yay.
They also
don't they already go to your TV, Like you said streaming to the TV, but they're already, on your TV,
That's not streaming.
I know, but, you can't, play it with your TV remote, so,
I'm assuming they'll probably allow some sort of adapter or something so you can use control pad on your TV and not need a console. That's what I'd assume, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Sony has also confirmed Now will be a subscription-based service, but whether or not it'll tie into existing subscriptions like PlayStation Plus remains to be seen. However, from the sounds of it, it's basically Netflix for games.
Interesting.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And they've also mentioned some games will also be rental games where you have to rent and they're not covered by the subscription. My guess is that's going to be third-party games because the third-party developers will want their cut of the pie.
Yeah.
Hi EA. And definitely hi Capcom.
Yeah.
What? On a rental DLC, Capcom? What? That's a thing? But no.
Oh my god, that will be a thing, won't it be? Like, don't you want that horse armor for like a day? Yeah, you do.
And also, my next bit of news I've called In Space, No One Can Hear You Scream, but Kinect is always listening. Sega has officially announced Alien Isolation, a first-person survival horror game developed by Creative Assembly. Due for release in late 2014, Alien Isolation will be available on PS4, Xbox One, PS3, PS3, 360 and PC, and will be set on a decommissioned trading station on the fringes of a space invoking the spirit of Ridley Scott's classic 1979 film, Alien. You'll be I don't know why I whispered that, but you'll be tasked with avoiding the ruthless xenomorph stalking in the shadow. In Alien Isolation, we have taken the series back to its roots of Ridley Scott's 1979 movie, the original survival horror. And it goes on to also mention that you will be playing as Ellen Ripley's daughter, Amanda, as she fights her way through the space station.
Nice.
A listing on Xbox Live did say it will have online multiplayer and co-op, although it would be worth pointing out that that part of the ad has been removed since.
Wait, is the part where you're Is the part where you're playing Esther's daughter significant in any way, or could it just be anybody, but they're just choosing to make it her daughter just because?
They're probably choosing to make it her daughter because, one, her mother experienced all of this shit, so her mother was on the front line, so she's probably going to have some more experience, and B, because it ties it to the original stuff.
I know it ties it to the original stuff, but is she going to have, like, talk about her mother at all, or I don't know?
Yes. In the trailer, they do mention her name.
Okay, because I'm hoping, like, that she's not completely, like, isolated from that, and she's like, yeah, my mother did this, by the way, like, all this new stuff now, and it's like, yeah. Okay, and you could have almost not had her be the daughter, and it wouldn't change anything. So I'm hoping that, like, the fact that she is the daughter of Ripley will be significant.
Yeah, and like I said, the online multiplayer and co-op has been removed from the Xbox Live advert. It should also, like I said, it's also worth pointing out, like I mentioned with that, the thing I'm excited for with that is it goes to my favourite Alien film of all time, which was Alien. Because I didn't like any of the other ones, because I didn't like the action stuff, I preferred the horror. Which means, yay, instead of it being a generic shooter now, it's going to be a survival game, which is interesting, because, and even the good ones, like the PlayStation 1 one of Alien Trilogy, if you have experienced that, I've got pink acid boots on. But no, if you remember that game at all, that game was awesome. But even that, all of the Alien games we get are normally some sort of shooter. There's other elements to explore. So it's good that they're finally going back and exploring Alien, which that's the element I'm more interested in.
Yeah. That sounds a lot more interesting, because I don't usually just like shooters. I mean, I like a few, but most of them I don't like.
What's Ricky's thoughts?
I think it could be really good, because there's definitely no competition in the survival horror genre, unfortunately. But yeah, the first Alien movie was actually really good, so I think that if done right, this would actually be a really fun game. Especially with online co-op. You know, you're playing and you're just like sitting there trying not to panic, and then someone jumps out and someone screams, and then someone starts shooting a wall, and then it just...
Yep. I'm hoping... survival horror-wise, I am hoping Resident Evil Retribution, or whatever it was called, gets a sequel.
Revelations?
Yes, Revelations, that was the one. That game was fucking awesome. I played the demo and stuff around. I lent a copy of it off of one of my friends. That was awesome. I actually plan to buy that in the next couple of weeks, ironically, because it's on sale here, and I was like, might as well buy it, because I got it back in stock, and it's on sale, so I'm like,
I'm hoping for that they have, like, the mechanic of, like a little bit of, like, stealth if you're the monster, like, you can, like, be creep through the air vents or something, and, like, your players are, like, wandering around the spaceship or whatever, and boom, gotcha! Or you can hang one of them from, like, you know, like Batman hung the people from, like, the statues in frickin', you know, like, Arkham or something, or, like, at least
You're not playing as the alien. You're playing as the survivor.
No, I mean you said 4 people against 1 alien though, right? So someone's gonna be the alien monster.
Pretty sure that was a different game.
Yeah, pretty sure that was Victor's news for.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I totally confused everything because aliens exist in multiple things. I'm sorry.
I know, Superman will come in and save the day next.
Wow, totally zoned out there.
Well, he's also an alien. And my final bit of news, I called one account to rule them all.
Ha!
Writing on the site, Smeedling, I love that name, sounds like fucking Dr. Eggman's nephew, or if he was called in the old cartoon Smeedling. But anyway, we are considering and are likely going to move forward with a plan that means if you subscribe to one of our, and this is Sony Online Entertainment, should be worth pointing out, if you subscribe to one of our games, you are a subscriber to all of our games. Sadly, this only applies to PC titles, but all of the games are currently $4.99 a month. But for $14.99 a month, now you will be able to subscribe to DCUO, PlanetSide 2, the EverQuest Next game when that comes out, which looks fucking awesome. A whole bunch of Sony Online games, all for just one subscription price. I like this.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's also worth pointing out they said they don't have. We can't do the same kind of promotions as easily on the PS3 and PS4. We're a lot more limited because we can't use the Sony Online Premium Currency Station Cash on there. So we will have a 3-time sale on SC. We will have to do something different for our console titles. It's a pain in the neck to deal with this. Sony, ladies and gentlemen. But now, over to Catch Up. And let's see what Pew Pew's played this week.
Oh, I've played a lot of stuff.
Thank you, Pew Pew. Now over to Richter.
You're so funny. Okay. So pretty much, let me start. I'll start off with the games that I've played the least, a little bit amount, and to the games I played a whole lot of, more time spent. So I tried to get Tomb Raider to run on my computer. That didn't work. Well, I guess, did play the game because I made her swing back and forth on a rope, or upside down, but that's as far as I could actually get with it because it wouldn't, respond. That's because my computer's shit. I thought if I lowered all the graphic settings and stuff, I could make it work.
If you're playing the new Tomb Raider, all you can do with that part is swing back and forth until the rope breaks.
I know, but I couldn't get it to work properly enough to get it in the area where you can burn it, and I couldn't control the swinging properly. So she was just swinging in the wrong directions over and over.
Okay, it's your computer's fault. Wink.
Yeah. Ah, shut up.
Why? It's your computer's fault you couldn't play the game. Wink.
No, it's just that she would move so slowly. It's hard to see when you're supposed to swing back. It's moving a little bit to the inch, to the left, to the left, to the left. Boom,
I know. I was agreeing with you.
Okay. Damn it! Anyway. So, another game I was playing was Binding of Isaac, which I got the Wrath of the Lamb a DLC for. And that's and I just beat the game a month or so ago, so you got all that stuff when you beat the game. But then you get all the frickin' stuff from Wrath of Lamb, and I got even more power-ups and stuff. And I got the levels of the womb and stuff, and I killed the mother, and I got all these extra cool power-ups and everything, and I got this thing called the Lucky Foot because I unlocked a character, Cain, and he gets a higher chance of coins, and all the pills do positive things, and it was just really awesome. It was it's not jailbroken, but it just provides a new fresh experience, and I feel I have new bonuses and stuff, and that was really awesome. I was and it's funny that I died 4 minutes before I had to get ready for work too.
I agree. It's always funny when you die.
No, but because I'm okay, this game better end soon because I have to go to work and get ready for work, so it better end soon. And then it did, but I didn't intentionally end it. So it wasn't like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny that this happened like that.
You didn't intentionally end it.
So
it's another game your PC couldn't handle. Wink. Okay, I'll stop doing that now.
I just... it's just that I kind of died at that time period. It's not that my PC couldn't handle it. That's when I couldn't.
No, I'll stop implying your crap.
Okay.
Wink.
So then I was playing Mass Effect on my computer, which it can actually run like totally, not like, I'm not gonna say like perfectly, but it can run like functionally. So yeah, it's awesome. It can work on my PC. Woo! Yeah, you take that, freaking let me watch, can I run this site? You say everything that can't run on my computer, but I could. Just some things can't run on there. But this one can, you said it couldn't.
I'm sorry.
So it makes me happy that it could work, and I'm just reliving all that wonder, and it's like, yay! Even like the combat and stuff, because I thought like if a whole bunch of things are attacking me, it would like freeze my computer up or something, but that works well too. I was really enjoying that. Then another stuff I was playing was Diablo 3 on my PlayStation 3 that I just bought, like, was it 3 days ago? And that's really fun and awesome, because you guys were, like, bragging about how awesome it was, and I finally used the GameStop gift card that I got for Christmas that I forgot, and I found, like, a week ago.
We weren't bragging how awesome it was, we were discussing how awesome it was, because we both enjoyed it.
It wasn't like we made it and we're like, yeah, it's the best game ever.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like we got it and then said, "Ha, we played it for an hour, best game of the year." Nice. We wouldn't do that.
Okay. I'm not sure if this is sarcasm or not, so...
That was a reference to your Scribble Nuts.
Not sure if...
That was a reference to your Scribble Nuts game you gave an award to. For that, check out our previous video.
Yeah. So... I was so tempted to name my demon hunter Buffy in Diablo. Like...
But Buffy's not a hunter, she's a slayer.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the same thing, except, I don't know. I feel like it's just slightly different wording. But, I wish I could customize my character, though. I didn't like that I couldn't, customize their look and stuff, but, I don't know. Maybe that'll be in the next one, or whatever. But...
Yeah, I wish you could customize your look. But that game is awesome.
Yeah.
The only classes I've played on that so far have been Mage, Aang from Avatar, and Barbarian.
Oh, another thing is, I wish the followers had names.
What is that?
They do have names. You have to actually read, names? Though.
Because I don't like that they're just called, Templar or Scoundrel or whatever, because they talk and try to, pretend to have character, but then I'm like, what is your name then, Huh? Do you have a name?
Yeah.
They
actually do have names, which is funny that they just call them that. But when we were playing, when we were doing 4-player, and Marcus was, yelling at the Scoundrel, and he's just like, this guy's a liar, and I'm like, no, with a name like Scoundrel, you'd think he'd be on the up and up.
Yeah. What is that?
Monk.
Monk, thank you.
Of course, the only name I remember is the Enchantress. I don't remember the other two names, but they do actually have it. They just, for some reason, call them.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird. Anyway, but that's the only little things I found. Oh, I think the banner thing was superfluous, but it's there, so. I mean, that's probably for multiplayer.
The banner's for multiplayer because that's for, basically, let's say, like what normally happens, Richter goes off on his own and gets himself killed. I'm kidding, that's not the case. Let's say the group splits up like we normally do sometimes, and you're like, okay, I need to get to them, and they're back closer to the mission, I just finished selling my shit. You can say you click Richter's banner, you, do the instant transmission straight to his location.
Oh, that's cool.
You don't actually stick your fingers to your forehead and do the zoom, but you're teleporting, I should say, not instant transmissioning.
But there's nothing to stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
I imagined it had before multiplayer, so. But it kept telling me I kept unlocking things for it. I'm like, okay, you unlock new things for your banner. I'm like, okay. You unlocked more new things for your banner. And I'm like, okay. You unlocked 10 new things for your banner. And I'm like, okay, leave me alone already.
But don't you want it to look all, like, pretty and, like, stuff?
I guess so, but, like, that's when I'm actually playing multiplayer. I don't care about it until then. Like, I just feel like all that shit should be, like, it should tell you when I click on the banner, because then I'd care. But, like, while I'm fighting monsters, I don't care.
And you realize that's per your account, right? Because when I first started, I made like one, and I'd made it for the character, and then I started another character. I'm like, oh, it's the same banner, so I just made it more for me instead of just for the character.
Oh, alright. I don't know, I didn't really pay attention to that banner thing.
Now his banner looks exactly like his Twitter picture of just the bald head with the eyes looking over like a wall.
Oh, I was imagining...
Cool. They need to do that now.
Well, let you export pictures, so you can use a Twitter picture.
Yes.
And I
that
can
would
use
be
mine. I can use my little wrestling one. But cool. Any other games this week, Stace?
I don't think so, unless I forgot, because I did play a whole lot of games this week, but I think I covered them all.
Oh, fair enough. Then, over to you, Senior Hammer.
First up, I also played Diablo 3. Wife and I were going through with her monk and my demon hunter, who's, like, I think the mage is more fun, but the demon hunter seems ridiculously easier. Like, we're just killing the shit out of everything, because I got that, I have that skill that restores all your discipline, but it has like a cooldown, but I use a rune that instead it restores hatred, but it just takes discipline. So I can just sit there and use the rapid fire and then like, running low, hit the button and keep going. Like, it's just ridiculous.
That's what I did. I just like used the Gatling gun like thing on everything.
Yeah,
that's
like the ability.
Yeah. It was like, this is way too easy, so I turned up the difficulty from easy to normal now. I was like, this is ridiculous.
That probably doesn't make, even on normal, I was like, this is way too easy.
Like, there was a guy, and it was like, are you supposed to be like, why is he like yellow? Is he supposed to be like, oh, he was a boss. Oh, that was what I was supposed to do. I was like, what is that weird little symbol at the bottom? With that dude I just killed in like 2 seconds. Oh, it was a boss. Apparently it was a thing. That's why like 8 different armor popped out of him.
Yep. And I, just before I stopped earlier, I got the plans for the Staff of Herding, so I just built it, but I have yet to go in.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funny, like, I didn't get it first run through, and then this time I was like, my wife had to go to work. I'm like, I'll just go and kill him, while she's getting ready, and if he drops it, okay. And then he, like, dropped it, and I was like, yeah, but he dropped 1. I was like, you're still an asshole, but okay.
Yeah, which means you create your stuff and you keep it in your inventory like I've done.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, I never have to make it again.
Pretty much. But, anyway, that was cool. Next game I played was the Bravely Default demo, now available on the eShop for 3DS. And that is really fun. If you remember the news from a week or 2 ago, 2 weeks ago, because last week we didn't have news. The demo, it's basically not part of the main game. It's like just a self-contained little scenario, but it lets you do some quests, fight some bosses, and you get, I want to say like 10 job classes, and you can get up to level 20. I decided to completely nerd out, did every quest, got all the job classes mastered, hit level 20, which I discovered was the max. Played it for like 9 hours, which is cool. And depending on how far you get in the demo, basically, like when you finish a quest or the bosses or whatever, you unlock stuff for the full game whenever you get it, which is cool. So I will have a few items whenever I get around to getting the full game.
Nice.
And then last up I played, suspense, was Assassin's Creed 3. And that is fairly average. Like, I expected it to either suck or be cool, but it's like neither, and I don't know.
Well, see, the thing is, it just keeps you waiting. Like, it's like, hey, remember that time you're going to be an assassin soon? Yep, it'll be soon eventually. Yep, it's still coming. Nope, you'll be an assassin soon enough. It's like, ah!
I believe I'm at the part where I'm actually an assassin because I have the blades and I have the suit and I have a boat, and I thought I was going to hate the boat parts, but they are actually kind of cool. And even though Jim ruined the plot twist for me, it was still kind of cool. But
what a dick.
Yeah. But it's Jim, that's what he does. Yeah.
What was the plot twist?
The guy you play as in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
He's not who you think he is.
Okay.
But because I knew that, I was able to watch for stuff, and I was like, oh, actually, they were really careful with how they portrayed it, so you wouldn't know it until, like right at the right time, but you would think the other thing. I don't know. It was pretty cool. And
unless a dick ruined it.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't know. There's some parts that are really fun, but it definitely has a lot of extra stuff in there that I'm like, I'm bookkeeping isn't necessarily an assassin thing, but whatever. But it's like, you want to go trade your skins? And I'm like, okay, fine. It's like, oh, you got to go defend your caravan. I'm like, but that's all the way. So I'm like running to the other side of the map, and it's like, you lost your caravan. I'm like, well, fine, fuck you too.
Is that the PlayStation exclusive stuff?
I don't think so. I'm playing it on the Xbox. So
okay, fair enough.
I doubt it.
Fair enough, because the people I know who have played it on 360 seem to enjoy it more than the people who play on PS3, and I know PS3 had more exclusive content, so I was assuming the PS3's exclusive content was just filler now.
Probably. I didn't even play the exclusive stuff for number 2 that I got with the collector's edition. It's like, ooh, look, it's an extra map, and I'm like, I don't give a crap.
Yeah, the only thing I care about, the only DLC-ish thing that I used in the second one was I used Uplay to get Thingy Altair's costume. So I was like, yes, at least I look like the real assassin. Yes, I'm a Nancy boy, but at least I look like the real deal right now. Instead of Pepe Le Pew. Or Antonio Bizarre, but then what the fuck his name is? That's the Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I'm playing as a real assassin, not Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah.
Does anybody else notice that Puss in Boots, this side topic, is like pretty much the inspiration for like Zevran in Dragon Age? Like, he literally is like Puss in Boots. Like, holy crap. Like, assassin turns good, He's kind of relatively attractive looking. He's kind of cute. Like, it's just like, oh my god, he's like literally Puss in Boots. Like, from Shrek. Except an elf.
I don't see that.
How do you not see that? Oh my god, he's like an assassin who fails and then turns good, and then, like,
that's been in everything. He's not been in loads of stuff.
Yeah, but, like, I know, but I feel like he's, like, also kind of like a kitty.
He's an elf!
I know, but he's kind of adorable and, saucy and, I don't know. I just feel like he's way too Puss in Boots,
XGR listeners, every time Stacey said something that makes you facepalm, take a drink.
I'm gonna need another bottle.
When you die, send me your stuff.
Yeah.
Deal? It's community property. I only own half of it.
But continue, Mr. Victor.
Yeah, I don't know. I expect, like I said earlier, I expected to either hate it or like it, but it's kind of in the middle, so I don't even know if I want to play for. I'm going to try to beat it, though. So hopefully it'll end up being better than Revelations, but... Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what annoys me, is I beat Brotherhood, and, like, just at the end, it just fell to shit. Like, at first I was like, oh, okay, this is fine, it's just like number 2, and the Brotherhood's kind of neat, and then just right at the end, it just fell to shit, and I was like, what is this garbage? And then, like, that stupid shocking ending that they literally only did for shock value, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
See, I hated Brotherhood, and I couldn't even complete it, because even at the beginning, I'm like, okay, so you blew up his house just to get lazy, so you didn't have to read the previous save to realize how we established the house, bravo.
Yep.
Oh, now Mario's telling me a load of exposition. Bravo. Yes, this is boring. Can I kill something? Come on. I spent all of the last game going through this shit, and now I was an assassin. Why am I going through this shit again? And the game just felt boring to me, but other people may differ, which is cool.
Yeah, well, I think story-wise they could have just never done Brotherhood and Revelations, and they'd be fine.
Well, that's absolutely true, but gameplay, it's like, I feel like those games are like Bioshock 2. It didn't even exist, but the gameplay was fun. But, like, story-wise, it didn't need to exist.
Well, it's funny because as far as, yet I don't have like a Brotherhood, and I'm like, but I actually kind of liked the addition of the Brotherhood, and they just took that out. I'm like, okay, but it's just like that, so it almost feels like they honestly didn't even need those games, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And but until you get the Hidden Blade, oh man, fuck Bobcats and Cougars. Those things like tear you up. You can't like counter kill them. You can only counter them. But once you get the blade, I just went around and like counter killed them all because I was just running around exploring crap.
See, it might just be me, but wasn't the only reason they added the Brotherhood was so they could tack on the multiplayer modes?
Probably.
That's what it felt like to me, was, oh, okay, so there's more assassins out there that are equally good. Look, we now got multiplayer.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh yeah, there is a multiplayer disc, and I like that it's a separate disc, so I don't even have to touch that one. I can just.
It's like so my Ezio can walk around with like 10 different female assassins following him, and it could be like, bitch, that's right, attack her, yeah, oh, that's right, and then he's kind of like a pimp, you know, with all these female assassins.
Yeah, the one game where I need Aerostorm, because like in 1 and 2, the guards traveled in groups of like 4 and 5. In this one, they're like groups of 10, and I'm like, where's Aerostorm when I actually need it?
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that's all I played this week.
Yeah, okay, I'll go over to mine. Mine is going to be a negative one this week. First of all, I played DMC. It was free on the store, and I was like, fuck it, I'll download it and just play it, because it was either that or the Gearbox game. And I was playing that one, and I was going through it. The story is shit. The gameplay is shit. The best part of the game was a £3 fucking DLC just to let me play as Classic Dante.
Huh?
And even that, during the cutscenes, he swaps back to whiny, emo, Twilighty Dante, and even mocks it. So it's like, what the fuck is this? And some of the controls, like, it tells you how to do a command, and you go to press it that way, and it doesn't work, and then you find out you have to do it a different way that it didn't tell you. It's like the worst fucking gameplay in the series. But then I played Warframe, which was shit. To quote Geeky Girl, it exists. It was just a piss poor game. The gameplay was just so generic. The story and people looked so generic, and some of it was just so unbalanced and stupid. Like, you can go up to someone, Rick, pull out a sword, slash them multiple times across the chest perfectly, and they're okay. But you shoot them once with a pistol and they die.
Not to mention the aiming is like crap, because you can be like right next to someone and slice them like 6 times and only hit them like once. I don't know, I feel like that, because I'd be so close and slashing people all the time, but I just couldn't get the angle right to hit them.
See, I found the aiming at the slashing easy, because it's similar to Metal Gear Revengeance aiming to slash. However, it was... No, that game's horrible.
Yeah.
But you get what you paid for, it was free.
Yep.
I also got Mass Effect 1 to play through the free trilogy, and unlike when I did this with Dragon Age and shit, I've already stopped playing Mass Effect for a while. Mass Effect 1 is like the worst fucking one of the trilogy. The gameplay's horrible, the storyline's horrible. It's like, I don't even give a shit about the characters. Like, each one just shows up, it's like, aha, I exist, I'm here, yeah, yay, and then moves the fuck on. It's like, great, this game's shit. When I had
You're talking about Mass Effect 2, right?
No, Mass Effect 1.
Oh, okay.
Mass Effect 1, the shitty one.
You wish. This is the best one.
No.
Yes.
No, there's a reason it's the least selling one. But
yeah, because that always dictates if a game's good.
No, but it generally says the Mass Effect fans said otherwise, but still. And the last game I played was WWE 2K14. Which, that game's fun, I suppose. I did something I'd never thought I'd do in that game.
Mods.
No. Using
Play as Ryback.
No, using the DLC, Rick. With just a couple of feuds, Virgil's number one contender for the WWE Championship over on SmackDown.
Okay.
Virgil. I don't know why that's funny, but still.
I don't know why, but I had the image of that guy from Archer, Xero, so I'm like, oh wait, no, it's not him.
No. But I did that, and I was playing through the stuff with me, and when I got to WrestleMania and I still had my title, I was in a feud with Undertaker again, so I was like, okay, fuck it. And I played till Undertaker took the title off me to keep his WrestleMania streak. Ironically, his streak went up twice in one night. Because after Undertaker beat me, Triple H then challenged Undertaker for the main event. It's like, what the fuck? Why? Why is this a thing? But there's that. So, yeah, overall, this week, not a good week for gaming for me. So now we can go over to the discussion.
Okie doke.
And the discussion is the 5 Disney games we wanted to see made. We'll do the normal round thing where we go round. We can start with... Let's start with Richter.
Okay. First game I would like to see is Chippendale's Rescue Rangers game that's kind of like that Banjo-Kazooie that was on the 360, where like you build the different vehicles, because they always had crazy weird vehicles out of like found stuff like toothpicks and plungers and stuff. I think that could be a pretty fun game. Probably better than the Banjo-Kazooie one that they made.
I could see that being fun. And, hang on, which Chippendale did you say?
Rescue Rangers.
Ah, okay. I always get them confused with the chipmunks that were Chippendale. I thought they were Chippendale anyway. You know the 2 chipmunks that weren't them?
Mm-hmm.
The ones,
yeah.
The ones that lived in Donald's tree.
Yeah.
I always get them confused. But yeah, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, they were fucking awesome.
Yes.
Pew pew.
Mine, my first one was if they made like a kind of Ni no Kunai game with Spirited Away. I think that would be really cool. Like, cause I love Man Spirited Away and all the characters and stuff there, and I feel like if they kind of adapted similar principles in combat and like stuff, with less like emphasis on random parts not fitting in other magical parts, thing, it would work out a whole lot better, and it'd be just really awesome. Because the only problem with Ni no Kunai was that all your magical stuff doesn't fit inside your other magical stuff, and that seems like a stupid problem.
I thought it was the demon vagina.
No, that was just like gravy on the weird ass cake of horror.
Oh.
My one to kick it off with is Disney Smash Brothers style game.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sorry, they've got enough characters throughout the years from various franchises such as DuckTales, Tailspin, Gargoyles, fucking Fantasia to have Mickey as like the wizard type character. You've got enough people that you could include all them, and hell, include some modern ones like Wreck-It Ralph and shit like that. Yeah. That'd be awesome to just see what the fuck they could do in a Smash Brothers style game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, done right, that would be really fun.
That would be.
I can see what everybody's final Smash was.
Which means it needs to be done by mostly the people that have done the Smash Brothers games, not done by the people that have done Smash Brothers style games.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the Smash Brothers style games have sucked, I'll admit.
Yeah, if someone worked on PlayStation All-Stars, don't let them anywhere near it. They're not even allowed to play the Disney one. For fear of tainting it.
Oh, but come on. They gave us the epicness that was Nathan Drake meeting Sly Cooper and not saying, holy fuck, he talks. That needed to be a deleted scene. That'd be what I'd say. I'm sorry, if I saw Sly Cooper and he's meant to be like a raccoon and I see him like, okay, it's a raccoon, and he turns out and goes, oh, hello, I'd be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, fire.
But back to Richter.
Okay, my next one up is a Gargoyles game that would be an open world, kind of like Crackdown, so you can explore the city and, different missions around there, but you could fly, glide, that kind of thing. Because that would be awesome, because I love the Gargoyle show, really, except for Goliath Chronicles, but It was good.
I'm kind of imagining you're just a gargoyle and you're going around being Batman.
Yes. Make sure you hide during the day. So
That's hilarious, based on what my number 2 is in a sec.
Alright. Second one that I had was kind of I don't know if you saw, I really like this, the movie Atlantis, the Disney movie, where they, with, like, Milo and all, like, the ragtag crew and stuff, and I really thought, what if it could be, like, an M-rated fantasy adventure, you know, fighting, like, if they could just raise it up, you know, for, like, the level of people who would play it, because I don't think kids would play it. I mean, I don't think even kids watched it, because I don't know anybody else who saw that movie. I don't think anybody watched it. Probably horribly unsuccessful in the box office, but anyway. So it probably would never get made. But, like, I think it would be really awesome if you gave, like, more in-depth in their character and stuff, and, like, it was a little darker, and, you know, because some people had, like, problems and stuff. Like, the girl Audrey, like, her parents always wanted her to be guys, and, like, she had, like, no choice of her future and stuff, and then, like, the other guy, he hated that he had to run a flower shop, and he really just wanted to do demolition, because, you know, and, like, everyone had, like, cool, like, characters and stuff. I feel like they could have gone more involved in that, and, you know, really get really dark in it. I mean, and freaking, it's like slavery. It's like, I'm gonna enslave entire Atlantis and, you know, turn them into, like, they can use their energy and kill off this freaking girl and sell her into experiments and stuff. Like, it could be really serious and dark, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, technically speaking, doesn't nearly every Disney movie involve some sort of slavery?
Pretty much, probably.
Due to the fact, like, Scar enslaved the Pride Lands. Jafar wanted to fucking enslave. Where the fuck were they? Afghanistan?
I guess so, but this guy, I think...
Did you just say close enough?
No, I said Jasmine.
Oh, if we said close enough, I was like, yeah, I was trying to think, I know it began with an A, Arabia, whoever it was.
Well, I feel like they got closer to actually doing it in Atlantis.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And that will bug me. Rick, what was that one? Mm-hmm. What was that one called? Where was Aladdin set? Was it
Agrabah?
Agrabah, thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue when I came up with it was Arab and Afghanistan. I was like, no, none of these are, no. But my number 2, a Gargoyles game. Done in the style of Arkham Asylum.
Nice.
Because, I'm sorry, Goliath was always similar to Batman in most regards, to me at least, when I watched the series. And I figured a stealth-based game with him trying to do missions and not trying to make sure his kind didn't get discovered would be fucking awesome. That's why I said it was kind of ironic with Gargoyles number 2. I don't think anyone's going to take my number 3 though, but number 3.
Well, continuing Arkham Asylum type games, I wanted one that was starring Darkwing Duck.
Oh, yeah.
You have to go around, rope them up and gas them and stuff. Strike fear in them. I mean, he was already a ripoff of The Shadow, so that could work.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, that was my third one.
Okay. My third one, you might think this is weird, but I thought it could be, like, not a long game, but a short game. It could be kind of, like, a complimentary, like, art piece game of, like, the Brave Little Toaster, you know? So it's more, like, drama and, like really serious drama and stuff. Yeah, and I know, like, you think, like, it's like, but the Brave Little Toaster, man, that's scary. You got, like, abandonment, you get, like, fear, like, isolation, you got all these, like, you know, really serious stuff going on, and I feel like it could be a really cool arts piece. Like, maybe a 4-hour game or something.
Yeah, you could argue Brave Little Toaster was the Toy Story story before Toy Story, but with appliances instead of toys.
Yeah, so...
But most fanboys of Pixar would be, no, how dare you say they, and Ray ripped stuff off.
Every good idea comes first somewhere.
FYI, Monsters Inc. total rip-off of, real monsters.
Yeah.
But I liked the Brave Little Toaster, the first film.
Oh yeah, not talking about any of that shit, you know.
I don't like,
just the first one.
He goes to Mars and shit.
Yeah. Just exclusively the first one, and not containing anything else. Like,
and you might get a Brave Little Toaster game in the future.
Oh, seriously?
Because they're doing a Brave Little Toaster reboot film.
Oh, sweet.
I can't remember if it was going to be live action and CGI or just CGI, but it's something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting.
That's one word for it. Terrifying is my word.
The original thing was terrifying. When you see, like, the junkyard and all those cars getting smashed, and they're, like, singing about before they get died. It's like, blah, 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 smashed, like, die, like, and you're like, holy shit. And,
based on the nature of the property, when they say CGI, I'm thinking Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
I'm not thinking a toaster with, like, Jeff Goldblum's face on it.
Oh my god, no, that'd be so even scarier.
I know if they did that, shut up and take my money.
Jeff Bloom watches you make breakfast and everything else.
My number 3, I can't tell if this is obscure or not, but I wanted a Telltale's game, similar to like the Back to the Future Monkey Island. You know, you have to solve puzzles in unique and weird ways.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the TV show Recess. Because that's pretty much what they did every time in Recess. They did puzzles and set traps and shit every fucking time based in weird little ways and stuff. So I figured Recess would be a cool game for that. And it could be like people's first entry into that type of genre. And it could also bring back Recess, which I'm all for. I don't know if anyone here watched Recess or not then.
Nope.
I watched a few episodes of it.
Fair enough.
All right, number 4.
Yep, number 4.
My number 4 is a music rhythm game, something like Parappa or like could be like something like Rock Band with classical Disney music, because that would be really fun. Because I like a lot of the like 80s and 90s Disney music. I think it was really good, and having a game like Parappa where it's playing the song or something would be kind of cool.
It's a small world after all.
No.
not even the rock version from the end of Disney Universe.
There's an end to that game?
Yeah. When you beat all the story missions and stuff like that, basically you get greeted with, because you've cleansed the park rides, which the game tells you go into anyway. That's not a big spoiler. Literally, they then go, "It's a small world after all." It's like that song playing as they play on guitars and shit during the credits.
Gotcha. No, I couldn't stand that game, so I didn't know it had an end.
Fair enough. I didn't mind it. I was like, it's similar to the Lego games, just not as good. Nowhere near as good. Your number, whatever we're on, Stacey?
I think my number 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine was, I'm pretty sure this is not a game, but if it is, I'm sorry, I haven't heard of it. Is there like Incredibles game, like video game? Not the Disney universe or whatever one, but like an actual like.
I believe there was.
Yes, Rise of the Underminer, I think it was called.
Okay, I've never played that or heard of it, so I apologize for that. But was it great? How was it? Was it good or like I don't even know?
I think it was mediocre.
So I want a good one.
Then. I just heard of it.
I want a freaking epic, like awesome one, and I want one where I can go in and freaking oh god, I want to use all the family's powers, even the baby. I want to use the baby power too, and I want to be Frozone because he's my favorite character, man. I want to be Frozone.
Nice.
Woman, where is my Incredibles game?
Why do you need it?
My number 4, I decided, having experienced stuff like hanging out with like my niece and nephew, seeing what they watch, seeing what they play and stuff, kids like to repeat themselves a shitload of times. Am I right, Richter?
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, okay, what type of game can you just repeat the same stuff over and over and over and over again? And I went with Diablo. Because that game's all about grinding, or not grinding, but it's all about beating the game and going back and beating it again and going back and beating it again. So I went with a Diablo-style game based only on Pixar franchises. So each Pixar character is like a different class. Like Mr. Incredible with like, I think Mr. Incredible had super strength, didn't they? So he'd be like the Brute. Whereas Buzz Lightyear had like the laser gun, he'd be like the Demon Hunter class. And you just go through like that. So it'd be, easier than Diablo, but at the same time, like with Recess being the gateway for them, it'd be a gateway for kids into the Diablo-style games, because they've now got a game that's basically like a Diablo-style game.
Would that thing from Fantasia, what was it called? Starts with a CH. Like that devil thing in Fantasia, would that be Diablo?
No, it's not from Pixar.
Okay.
The final boss would be that lamp.
Wait, what? Never
mind.
Okay, you mean from the Brave Little Toaster?
Yeah. No.
Yes.
The final boss in that, I imagine it'd probably end up being someone like Zerg. He just seems obvious, but it'd be someone like Zerg. But still, I was thinking something like that would be fun. So now Richter's last one, which is his number 5. And before we go, I will also point out for people listening wondering why we haven't. We deliberately made a rule of we're doing Disney, but we were not doing the Marvel or Star Wars elements of them in case we go and do Marvel and Disney, Marvel or Star Wars one of these in the future. I should have addressed that earlier. But number 5, Rick.
My number 5 would be a third-person action-adventure game of John Carter.
What do you mean, The Little Mermaid, based on the Echo the Dolphin engine?
That would... No, I wouldn't say. I did play the Little Mermaid game on Nintendo, but I can't play Echo the Dolphin.
I kind of liked Echo back in the day. I've played it again since, and it's shit. But yeah, John Carter kicked ass.
Yeah, it did. Totally underrated. It was a good movie, and it already watched like a video game in a lot of places, and that would just be a really fun game. Just run around, just kicking ass, super jumping.
Yeah, John Carter was awesome, and I wouldn't say it was just underrated. I'd also say it was overlooked, because so many people I know was just like, I didn't want to go see it. And I was like, but it's awesome. It was awesome. It's basically, spoilers aside, slight spoilers aside, it's reverse Superman.
Yeah.
He's Bizarro?
No, it's reverse Superman in that it's an Earthling gone to another planet, and then that gives him superpowers. Oh,
because everybody else can't do the things he can do on Earth, or something.
It's because of how Earth's gravity and how Earth's structure and stuff is. It means, like, on Mars, because they have, I think they have less gravity and all this other stuff, he can now basically jump tall buildings in a single bound and shit like that. It's reverse Superman. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, you need to watch that film, Stace. And to both of our listeners, watch that film. And your last one, Stacey. Make it a good one.
Okay, I think you might like this. So I was thinking like a psychological thriller based on James and the Giant Peach. I was thinking that because it never says in the movie what his parents what murdered his parents, a rhino ate my parents or whatever, but I think that's just a metaphor for something. So the whole time he could be working that out while still trying to deal with all the demons of the child abuse he's obviously being inflicted upon, and you don't even know if the bugs or anything are real or what's real, or if the peach is even real, or you don't even know, and you're just going through this thing, and these giant bugs are here, and you don't even know why, and Peach and do all that shit, and you know.
So it's American McGee's Alice, but James and the Giant Peach?
I kind of guess so, but I feel wait, which Alice are you referring to?
American McGee's Alice, where it turns out everything in Wonderland was all her imagination. Her parents died horribly in a fire. She's trying to figure it out with her psyche. She goes back to Wonderland, and now it's all basically ripped apart because her mind's all in shatters, and she's so fucking insane.
Oh yeah, that's that game that you told me to play that I never got around to playing.
And she has a knife in her hand and shit.
Yeah, totally like that. I'll eat that shit up, yeah.
Yeah, I like that game. And the sequel was not as good, no, but the sequel had merit, if that makes sense. It's not the worst sequel I've ever played.
You should get that sometime.
Yeah, I just hated the fact the first one was linked to the second one if you played it on PS3, but still, no, like I said, that idea could work.
Yeah.
My last one, my number 5 was lazy as fuck. God of War style Hercules. Considering God of War already features stuff like Hades and stuff, it's pretty much a given. It just, there wouldn't be as much blood. Or sex minigames.
Oh.
Just God of War for children.
Kinda, yeah. It's God of War for children.
No sex scenes, I'm guessing.
No sex scenes. Dead DLC, no. Yeah, you get an orgy with the muses. While they
Except
sting
that.
at it.
Is that that one can sit outside?
No, even chunkies need love. My tattoo says that.
Oh my god.
That'd be awesome. But no, that was the end of our discussion. Let us know below if you liked our lists, or if you wanted to see us maybe do another list in the future. Like we mentioned, we could do Marvel games, we could do Star Wars games, we could do other types of lists. It don't have to be just games we wanted to play. It could be like you should change it to genres, anything. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for this one, I was your host, Quiz, aka The Mole. I was joined by the daddy himself, Rick the Hammer.
Mac Daddy.
And I was also joined by the Pew.
Oh my god.
What's wrong with the name The Pew?
I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking of the Pepe Le Pew now.
No, it's not Assassin's Creed 2.
Ha!
But no. See ya.